What's happening, guys? In this video we're going to do a repair on that camper van right there. Daddy-o broke it a little bit, so stay tuned and then we'll see what we do. Welcome back, guys. So today we're going to do a little repair on my dad's camper van. It's a 2011 Fiat Ducato, but not Ducato. It's an Escape, but got a little bit of damage in the fiberglass. So I'm going to try and sort this out the best we can. I think first we're going to have to cut that off, scuff this up a little bit, ready for some new fiberglass. But yeah, get it all masked up, see how we get on. So, had to chop out a bit around the edge and chopped out, squared off some of this bit, give it a bit of a sand up to see, smooth some of these edges off and give it a bit of a key. Ready for some P40. I think that is my weapon of choice. Fiberglass resin. We'll load it up with that, shape it with the P38, and then got some dolphin glaze to go over the top before I prime it. So let's get into it. Poor old Vera. So I've got some done it a couple of times, build it up, but got the P40 fiberglass reinforced resin in there. That's setting nicely now. I'll wait for that to dry and shape it ever so slightly, just take the rough edges down, get it a little bit down in these places where it's just rolling over. So we'll get it flattened off once it's dry and cure. Shape it slightly and then we can get a layer of P38 over it. Probably take a couple of going over, start building that side up nice, get that roll back on it, and then once that's dry we'll go over it with some dolphin glaze, get all the little pinpricks out, pull the masking off and mask it up properly, shoot some primer over it, flatten it off, and then we're just going to spray it with a little bit of just standard gloss white for now. So I think what the plan is to try and hide this repair is maybe have this front vinyled or some sort of go faster stripe come down or something like that, something just to hide it. It's the problem with these massive overhangs over the cab like that. My dad did it on a sign in the car park, unfortunately. It's a shame, but you know, once it's repaired, it should be, well, it's going to be watertight, flattened off and shaped nicely. So probably the best thing to do is probably do some sort of wrap over it, you know, try and hide it. And yeah, lesson learnt, be careful with road signs. That's now gone off, rubbed it down, it's got the shape there, and it's obviously lower than what it needs to be because I need to put a nice skim over that. Probably going to take a couple of goes. I'm going to bring the P38 over that way and then do a skim over that way, let it go off, shape it, and then skim, shape, and see where we're at, see where like my little lows and my little highs are. But I will be using block to sand it, but you know, obviously needs building out a bit more there, but I didn't want to go too mad with the fiberglass. And I'll put a straight edge over it. It's only a few mil it really needs building up, which is more than good enough for the body filler. So, see how we get on. A little update on where we're at. That's the first layer of the actual filler. on and rub down, starting to form this edge again. It's very square at the minute because it needs more putting on there, but you know, she's coming around. She's coming around. So I'll get another little skim down this side, another skim over the top, let it go off. I can feel it's a little bit low there, but yeah, this is where we're at so far. You can see that edge is pretty much, that's kind of the shape she needs to be at. But yeah, we'll get another skim on there, start working this edge, feeling my lows. This is feeling nice around here. A few pinpricks, but like I said, it's going to have another skim, shape this side, and once she's there, this is where we use the dolphin glaze, the ultra fine stuff, and then we'll see where we're at. So I've got a nice layer, went a little bit thick, but this stuff sands down the shape so nicely. This is the U-Pole dolphin glaze, the ultra fine finishing filler. So I've got my shape. I know underneath that ridge that I've now created with the dolphin glaze, I know that is pretty spot on under there. So I'm just waiting for this to dry. I'm going to knock this back. Up until this point, I've only used 120. Now I'm going to start stepping down the grades, because this stuff, like I say, sands so easy. You don't want to leave too coarser sand marks in it, so it's not far off being dry. I'll get this knocked back, shaped. I'll stick the straight edge over it, make sure there's no little imperfections in it. Give it another one if it needs it. Get it rubbed down, get all of this paper off, masking paper, and then mask it properly, ready to shoot a bit of primer on it. So, we've got our dolphin glaze rubbed down, feeling and looking pretty decent. Got a nice shape brought back there on that side. Obviously all of this was pummeled in, gone, had to chop it out. Nice and smooth up there. Like I said, that dolphin glaze, that finishing. Right, I know that looks like dimples, that's all filled in with the dolphin glaze. It's perfectly smooth to touch, but obviously the primer will reveal it all in a minute. So I'm going to get to that now, get this masked up properly, and then yeah, get some primer strip on. So got the first coat of primer on it, and it's actually looking really quite good, to be fair. There's no pimples. Just wait for it to dry and I'll knock it back. Probably wondering why I've taped like this. There's a little trick I learned years ago called back taping. So if you see under here, see the way that the paint's hit this, and it hasn't created a harsh line. Perfect for trying to blend something in. So good little trick. Didn't bother doing over there because I've got a little room to blend the paint in. Like I said, it's not gonna match the paint. This is like, well, it's not 12 years old, so this is going to be like brilliant white, but it is going to get wrapped at some point. Probably put some sort of decal either side so it matches. But you know, on the whole, I'm quite happy with where it is at the moment. So like I said, we'll get this knocked back, a little bit of wet sanding, probably use 600 on it. Yeah, get it knocked back, and then get some colour on it. Whilst that's drying, I just thought I'd give a little recap of the stuff that we use. So the main hull, obviously, got filled with the P40, which is the fibreglass reinforced resin. You know, ideal for obviously that. And then we used the P38 body filler to shape and smooth it out. We used the Dolphin Glaze Ultra Fine finishing filler. Honestly, this stuff is just amazing. I only started using this probably about a year or so ago. I didn't even know it existed, but oh my god, what a game changer when you're doing body filler, it's unreal. Selection of sandpapers, 120s, 80s, 600s, you know, your spreaders. The spreaders that come with these tins aren't exactly great. I've got a selection of these. I've been doing this sort of stuff for ages, really. Sanding block, nice one. You can see it, like contours to the shape. good for flats and smooth. Although that curve was really quite difficult. A lot of it I did by hand and feel, and using the other side as like a reference. It's not perfect to the other side, but the way the front's like concave and shaped round, you're never going to see the difference. Like I said, it's going to stand out because it's fresh white paint. Just used standard bit of Halford's grey primer, and then I didn't bother trying to match any paint up or anything. I just went straight for the gloss appliance white. You know, instant gloss. You can compound it in a few days. Yeah, like I said, this just helps my dad out. It's not going to leak anymore, and then give it a week or so. It's probably going to have some sort of vinyl or a sticker put either side, like some go faster stripes or something, just to cover it up. Homemade onion boards, because I don't know where my last one went. I think I might have left it in my Camaro when that went. Yeah. Oh, I didn't have any panel wipe. Well, this says a leather cleaning spirit. This is an Apafa like cleaning spirit, so I use that as a panel wipe. That's about it really, guys. That's all the stuff we really use. So annoyingly, got to run right there, but there's sort of what I can do about it in a minute. I have to wait for it to dry, but on the whole, that's a pretty decent repair. You know, like, have to wait for it to dry, knock it back, mask it up again, and just shoot another coat over it. There's cheap ass Halford's paint, thinned like water to make it sprayable, but you know, on the whole, if it wasn't for the shade of paint being brilliant white, you wouldn't even know there was a repair there.